Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shughar and this is Shugar's Realm. If you're a regular subscriber, thank you so much. If you're just seeing my face for the very first time, thank you for clicking on that link to watch this video. I hope you enjoy it and you find value from it. As the title says, today's video is going to be talking about how to get a job in Canada. So I'm currently doing a series on immigrating to Canada because I just marked my 1-year anniversary in Canada. I'm calling it my Canniversary. So I'm giving back. I'm doing as many videos as I can regarding the Canadian immigration, moving to Canada, getting a job here, settling down here, you know, stuff like that. And I have promised that I'm going to get a regulated immigration consultant to come and talk on my channel. So if you have questions, don't forget to ask me. Okay, now, so I'm just going to get into this video. Like I said, if you're interested in watching, just keep watching. So guys, did you like my new montage? I have to give a very big shout out to my friend Michael. He made that for me and I totally love it. I'm really grateful. Thank you guys for showing me so much love. It means a lot to me. Okay, so now let's start. I'm going to be looking at my phone a lot because I had to write down points. I'm just going to be talking about them, you know, any which way, because I'll just writing them down as I remember. So if they're not organized, please pardon me. So to start. So something I forgot to say in my last video is when you're choosing where to stay, something that you should think about is your profession. I'm not sure if I said it. Just assume I didn't say it. So you have to think about where you want to stay as regards your field of employment. So you should think about the province you want to stay and how easy it is to get a job in that province, right? I know, for instance, that accountants, people in finance, basically, would definitely get a job in Ontario faster, easier, you know, whatever it is, than they would get one in Alberta, Calgary, you know, the likes. So it just makes more sense for you to come to Ontario if you're in the finance industry, right? So stuff like that. So you should do the research, find out where your field has more job opportunities, and then that should determine where you eventually want to settle down if you have a choice. Okay, so I forgot to say that, so I thought to point that out. Okay, so the first thing I need to talk about is that getting a job in Canada is not pot of beans. You're not going to arrive today and just have an offer letter knocking at your door the next day. Of course, it happens. It happened to me. Well, not the next day, but I got a job in 2 months after I came thereabouts, and I did not actually go for an interview or anything like that. I was favored. I keep telling everybody. So yes, it can happen. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but you should prepare and not come here with unrealistic expectations. Okay. There are lots of people in Canada that have Canadian experience, that have been living here for years, that went to school here, went to the best schools here, and still don't have good jobs. So you should put that at the back of your mind, that you're not coming here to just come and do timbo and then you get a job on the next day. No, that's an honest mistake. So I better just clear that out of your mind. So for you to be prepared, I'm just going to give you a few tips on things that you can do to help you make your job search easier. So the first thing I'm going to say is, remember how I told you in the last video? If you haven't watched the video, I'm going to link it somewhere here. So I had said that if you drive in Nigeria, you should make sure you get a valid driver's license when you're coming to Canada. So the first thing you want to do is convert your license to the Canadian license and then register on Uber. Guys, Uber drivers make a whole lot of money. Like, I know that in Nigeria, sometimes people used to just feel like, why will I be a driver? I was a bank manager in Nigeria. How will I come to Canada and come and be a driver? Loriro. Anyways, of course, nobody is saying you should drive a car forever, be an Uber driver forever. I mean, even in Nigeria, Uber drivers make good money, right? So you should come here and then just register for that. At least you can use that to pay your bills, because like I keep saying, Canada is not cheap, guys. Your bills will be piling up. You have credit card, yes, but it's waiting for you in front. So it's better for you to do a job to at least make money to pay your bills. So register for Uber, register for Uber Eats, register for DoorDash. Those are food delivery services. So Uber Eats and DoorDash, you just go to the restaurant, pick up someone's order for them and take them to their houses. That's all you need to do. So if you feel like you don't want to be an Uber driver because you don't like people, you don't want to have to talk to people, or because of the times we're in, it's Corona, you're not feeling like you should be around a lot of people, then do the DoorDash or Uber Eats and you make good money from it. You just have to tell yourself, another thing to tell yourself here, there is diligence and reward for labor. So you know how in Nigeria we used to feel like, why will I go and be working as, what will I say now, someone that is cutting grass? Why will I go and work as someone that is doing that? Here, those are the people that are making money. If you know how much people that clear snow or like work for like clear grass and stuff like that, if you know how much those people make, as it is now, I'm looking for her to start a snow plowing company or something like that, because man, they make a lot of money. Like I work with them and I know that they actually make a lot of money, so don't even dull it. Here, whatever it is that you feel like, don't look down at any job, basically. That's just it. So even if you have to be a sales rep at a store, do it and do it diligently, because you need the Canadian experience. That's something else you need here. Canadian experience really is a thing. Like it can make or mar you. So yes, you need your Canadian experience. So get it in whichever way you can, whichever legal way that you can, and then in the long run it will pay. Of course, your first job doesn't have to be your gain job. You cannot just come here and come and be bank manager. It will be hard, right? So yes, just put at the back of your mind that you're going to do whatever it is that is legal to make money for you to pay the bills, and then in the long run your hustle will pay, because you have the Canadian experience and you can decide to move to another job or anything like that, right? So yeah, remember that. So okay, so the first thing you need to do is have a Canadian resume. Don't bring your Nigerian resume here. I'm talking about Nigeria because I'm from Nigeria and I moved here from Nigeria. So that's the only country I actually know about apart from Canada. So yes, if you're from another country, don't do your resume the way your country usually does it. Canada has like the way their CVs are done. So you should try to make your CV like that. Like for instance, they don't want you to be saying Nigerian in your CV, or I'm 30 years old. They really do a lot of equal opportunities in fact it should be done in every organization, right? So they don't really care whether you're green or you're black or you're purple or you're whatever it is. Fine, I won't lie and tell you that if you put your name, if you go and put your native name, your full native name and everything, I'm not saying that you should do that because they will just look at your name and just, I don't know the English to speak, but okay, let's take that again. If your name is very, very un-English, you might want to make it as simple or as English as possible, because I won't lie, I understand how we're proud of our African origin and how we're proud of our names and everything like that, but it will be easier for you to get in if you can. Okay, my name is Jennifer, so if my name was Obukoko, for instance, for me to go and put Obukoko there, they'll just look and be like, this person, what's happening here, Obukoko? And it doesn't even have Canadian experience. And nah, let's move on to somebody that's, I don't know. Of course, it doesn't happen in everywhere. It has never happened to me. People always say that your name can put you in or put you out, but the easiest thing to do is just make it easier, right? If your name is Obukoko, change it to OBK or Obooks or Book or Books. Whatever it is that you know that it's easier to pronounce, then you should totally change your name to that, at least on your CV. When you get in, you can tell everybody, oh no, don't call me this, call me Obukoko. Of course, they can't pronounce it anyway, so they will still call you the Books or whatever it is that your name is. So you might as well just start answering the name before you even get there. If you have an English name, just put that in front of your CV. Put that as your first name. Just make everybody's life easier and your own life easier. I get that you're proud of your name, it's fine. Let your family members call you your name when you're at home. Let everybody else call you. But when you're looking for a job, do what it is that you have to do to get that job, sir or ma. Okay. Now, to get the Canadian CV, you can go to www.jobhero.com. So you can get the Canadian resume templates there. I think they're not, I don't think they're paid versions and free versions. So you can just get it there and put your CV the way it's supposed to be. Or you can pay someone. The people that actually write CVs, like that's their job, or side hustles or whatever. They do it for you perfectly. I know that it's about 50 or 60 bucks as at the last time that I checked. So you can get someone to totally do that for you, and then you're good to go. Another thing you want to do is make sure that your cover letter is great. And make sure that the cover letter that you're doing is streamlined for that particular role. So don't put a cover letter when you're applying for an accountant and then you want to apply for a bookkeeper and then you decide that, oh, you're still in the same, maybe you're still, it will still work, it's still finance. No, it won't. Streamline your resume, streamline your cover letter to make sense for the particular job role that you are applying for. It might seem like hard work, but trust me, it will pay off if you do it diligently, right? So you want to do that, make sure that your cover letter matches the exact role that you're applying for. So another thing you want to do is post your resumes on I say resumes now because you might want to apply for more than one job, right? If you feel like you have, like, you know how in Nigeria we used to move from job to job to job, so you have different experiences in all these places, try to apply to as many of these jobs as you can. So you can apply for bookkeeping, you can apply for accounts receivable, you can apply for accounts payable, you can apply for let's say financial controller, that's high, but yeah, regular accountants, property accountants, just different things. You can make your CV in a way that it can work for different organizations, right? So you should totally think about that. Like the NOC you used to come here, try and look at the job descriptions and apply to all of those job roles that you can see that follow that the NOC, because you might just be lucky and you get a call because of that. Okay, so yes, post your CV on Indeed, post it on, what's the name of that one, Glassdoor, and then create a LinkedIn account. Make sure you create a LinkedIn account, a professional LinkedIn account, and then start reaching out to people from there. Network, like network, guys. I can't even say this enough. Network. So you want to apply for a company, go on LinkedIn, look for the MD, CEO, somebody that works there, whatever it is, send them a message. You never can tell how that little effort that you're putting will make the person respond to you and give you an actual I will actually give you a recommendation, right? Because of course it helps when you have recommendations from people. So that's what you want to network and find. If you have to go to a church to find people, go to a church, talk to people, tell everyone you're looking for a job, tell them when you're looking for. They're very friendly people here in Canada and they will always try to help you as much as they can. So put that at the back of your mind when you're doing your job search. What else do I want to say? Okay, so you can there's a book called The 2-Hour Job Search. That book is really great. I know a lot of people that have read it and they've come back to give testimony. It helps you know how to network. It helps you know how to get a job in Canada. So yeah, you should totally search for the book, The 2-Hour Job Search. That's the name of the book. Then let's see, what else have I said? Okay, so you know how in Nigeria, when you want to get a job, you want to put your qualifications, make it seem as if, yes, I know all of it. Coming here, that can kind of deter your chances of getting a job when you just come into Canada, because they'll feel like they can't pay you, right? So you might want to tone down on being too overqualified for the role. Of course, if you're applying for financial controller, then of course you can bring out the big guns, say I've done this, I have CPA, I have ACCA, I have all those things. But if you're not trying to apply for that kind of role, you're trying to apply for a bookkeeper role and then you're coming out to come and say ACCA, ACA, CPA, CQA. I'm talking about accounting a lot because I'm in the accounting field now, so that's what is really in my head. Okay, they will just look at you and say, oh no, I can't pay this person. Let me go and pay somebody that is just coming out of college and come and ask me for $100,000 salary, right? So you need to think about that when you're putting out your resume and your qualifications. I understand you're qualified, we know. They will eventually know, but for just to enter inside, take it down a notch. All right. What else? So you know how I said Canadian experience is a thing. What you want to do to help that without getting a job is volunteer. So you can volunteer in places, you can work part-time in places. There's also somewhere called YWCA, and then I'm not sure about YMCA, but since there's YWCA, I'm sure YMCA should work, right? Because YWCA is for women, so I don't know about YMCA, but it just makes sense that it's the same thing because they're the same body, So you want to find the YMCA or YWCA office in your city and go there and talk to them, because they are very open to helping newcomers adapt, settle in, get a job, stuff like that. So you want to find that office and try to see what they can get for you. They can also get you volunteering places, places to just help you start, right? They're really good at that. Also, I'm not sure if everyone gets this email, but I think everybody should get it if you're coming with express entry, actually, because I got an email telling me that I could apply for jobs. I think I got that email maybe on the same day I got my PR or a few days after, but I know that I had to apply. And then someone called me from Canada. I was still in Nigeria then, of course. Someone called me and talked to me about joining the seminar, how to get a job. I joined the seminar, I watched it. They came to and talk to us about how to get a job, how to basically even choose where you want to stay. Just they talk about different things and talk about how they can help you settle down. So if I was interested, all I had to do was send them my resume. They would fix it. They would help me apply. There are job banks. Of course, there are job banks, by the way. From when you apply for your PR, you know that there are job banks, right? You can go there and start applying for jobs. Especially when you know that your PR is getting to the finishing stage, you can start applying for jobs, and you never can tell. You'll be lucky that you can get some. Of course, you will not put your Nigerian address. That goes without saying, right? So yeah, do that. Talking about Nigerian things. So in your resume, don't put I worked in GT Bank, Isolo Road, Lagos, Nigeria. No, don't do that. Don't put I worked in GT Bank, Nigeria. No, don't do that. Just put I worked in GT Bank. It's not left for the employer or whoever it is, the recruiter, to reach out to you and say, okay, GT Bank where? Right? Most times they don't really care if your CV makes sense and they are saying that, okay, this person has something to offer us. But don't put the Nigerian thing into your resume, because it just shows that you do not have Canadian experience, right? So take out Nigeria, take out Ghana, take out wherever it is that you're coming from. Just put the name of the company. When they want to find out where it is, they would ask you, or do a Google search or whatever it is, but don't be the one to put it out, okay? So what else? Talking about resumes again, make sure that your references are reliable. I recently saw a tweet where a guy said he was in an office trying to get a job. This was in Nigeria anyways. And they called his former boss and asked her if she knows this person. And then she denied, saying she doesn't know him, blah, blah, blah. And he put her as his reference, right? So he was like, no, I know this woman. In fact, wait, he called her in front of the interviewers and she picked and spoke to him like normally, like everything was fine. And he was like, you see, I know her, like I worked with her. And they were surprised. Luckily, the guy got the job, but imagine if he wasn't there to prove that he actually knew this person and worked with her, right? So be careful with who you give as your references. The reference has to be in Canada, by the way, because they will not want to call Nigeria or send an email to Nigeria before they start determining time difference or plenty. People in Canada are plenty that are applying for the same role, right? So why would they have to stress themselves for your particular reference? So try to make these things easier for them and for you as well, okay? So what else do you want to do? Quantify your resume. So if in Nigeria you were supervising 10 people, don't say I supervised my colleagues in, or I supervised, or in Nigeria you used to handle, maybe you were an account officer and you had, you were an account officer in a bank. So of course you have plenty clients. So don't say I used to manage my customers or my clients' bank accounts. I used to manage 50 clients' accounts. I used to manage 100 clients' accounts. Quantify it with like make it cha-cha. Let them see, oh, I led 20 people in this team. I led 10 people in this team. You understand? Just stuff like that. Make it as quantifiable as possible. What else do I want to say? So whatever role you want, make sure that you have a working knowledge of the softwares that are used in that industry, organization, or whatever it is. So for accounting, Sage, QuickBooks, those are the easy ones. Make sure you have at least a working knowledge of it. Of course, it's something that if you enter inside, you can increase your knowledge. You can upgrade, but you should know Excel, those basic things. Just make sure you have a working knowledge of it, because you might be called for an interview and they will ask you questions or ask you to do something and you can't do it. So that's just you doing yourself, you understand? So make sure you have a working knowledge at least of these things, and then you can always improve along the way. If it's something you've never used before, go on Google, go to YouTube. YouTube has everything you need. Even if you have to pay, learn it, so that when you are going there, you'll be confident. Also, be confident, and then you can easily win whatever it is that you are looking for. So let's see, do I have any other thing? I think I already said send messages on LinkedIn. Yes, I already said that. Okay, yes, for like accounting. Accounting is something that is very easy to get a job in Canada. Not, well, let me not say very easy, but I think it's one of the easiest professions to get a job, apart from if you're, of course, you're a doctor, a pharmacist, or a lawyer, you know, those kind of courses. But accounting is something that is very, very diverse, so you will definitely find something. But if you don't even have that accounting degree, what you can do is, if you want to switch, so maybe for instance you studied fisheries or you studied botany or something like that, you feel like, what will I come and do in Canada? So political science, all those just do ACCA, like the first 3 papers of ACCA. That gives you an accounting diploma already, and you can put that on your CV. You have an accounting diploma, even if you don't have the work experience. You have an accounting diploma, so you have a working knowledge of accounting, right? So, and it's something you can easily learn on the job. Like I said, jobs you can easily get: bookkeeping, accounts payable, accounts receivable, you know, stuff like that are very easy to learn, and you can also learn on the job, God helping you as well. So you want to easily do that, do an accounting diploma. It's just 3 courses, and it's easy courses. It's not like it's hard courses, so that would totally help as well. What else again? Oh, okay. So I've actually talked about everything I have here, but one thing. So I noticed that one of the things that people always want to do in Canada is, oh, I want to get a job in Canada before leaving Nigeria. Not even people that have applied for PR, they want to get a job, then they can now apply for their PR. Problem with that thing is people get scammed a lot, because it is very hard to get a job from outside Canada. Yes, I am telling you this categorically. It is very hard to get a job from outside Canada, except of course you're working in maybe one of the big 5 accounting firms and they want to just bring you from Nigeria here, or a multinational. That's different. When your company, like you're already working in a multinational in Nigeria and you want to bring you here, it's easy, that's fine. You can apply for your work permit for you, and then when you get here, you can apply for your permanent residence. But when I see Instagram adverts or whatever adverts, people saying you will get you a job and you come to Canada, 95% of the times it's a scam, because it's really hard for you to get an LMIA out of Canada, from outside Canada. Let me tell you what an LMIA entails. So the company has to put out a vacancy in Canada and then prove that nobody in Canada was qualified for that role. So it's not just as easy as that, by the way. They have to prove that nobody was qualified. Then when they submit that application, the Canadian, or a body, has to verify that they actually posted that vacancy on different job site search sites. Nobody qualified, like nobody applied or nobody qualified. So when it's nobody qualified, people that applied, they will now confirm that those people do not really qualify. So there's a lot of stress involved with it, and nobody really wants to do that, right? So why will I want to stress myself to be bringing somebody from another country when I have 1 billion people applying for the same role here? So do you understand? So that's why when I see people that are just saying, oh, this agent told me that, Lori, they will collect your money and they will run away. It's a lie. This is a good time to put a disclaimer that if you're going to work with an agent, make sure the person is a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. There is a list. Just go on Google and search for regulated Canadian immigration consultant, RCIC. There's a whole list there. Everybody's name is there. Go there and confirm. If the person that is forming agent, the name is not there, run. No, auntie and uncle, run. They will eat your money, and that's the end. You understand? So I understand that these things don't come cheap. If you want information and you don't have the time to go on Google to actually look for it, of course there's even still wrong information on Google, but if for any reason you want to use an agent, make sure that that agent is actually regulated by the Canadian Immigration Council. Okay, so that's all I have to say today about getting a job in Canada. Of course, I wish you luck. Like I said, when you're coming, make sure that you already have it in your mind to tell yourself that you're going to do everything that it takes to make sure that your stay in Canada is as successful as possible and you hit the ground running as soon as you can. Okay. Of course, there's also entrepreneurship. I forgot that. If you want to be an entrepreneur in Canada, it's totally possible. You can just go and register your business. I think it's $100 or $200 to register a company. I can't even remember. Just register it and you can start selling on Etsy, for instance. As simple as that. Go on Etsy, register your business, and you can start selling. So if you're making any handmade things, you're making clothes, you're making hairbands. This is from Niela's Creation, by the way. You can check her on Instagram. It's Niela's Creation, and she's on Etsy as well. So you can, list your stuff online, and then you can totally make money from that. Or you can get somebody in Nigeria to make these things and then ship it to you in Canada, and you sell. It works for you because Canadian currency, Canadian dollar and naira are not near, so you will make profits. That's another thing you should think about. Start a business, start a side hustle, promote it on Instagram, Facebook, Etsy, wherever your website is, and you make money from it. Okay, just make sure you pay your taxes. Another thing you can do is like if you can make hair or you can cut hair. Guys, barbers here make a whole lot of money. My God, if you don't know how to cut hair now, before you leave Nigeria, go and learn how to cut hair as a man or as a woman. Make sure you can cut hair. It's good money, it's easy money, and it's like my boo pays 40. How much you pay for your hair? $45, yeah, for a haircut. So yeah, think about it. Imagine if you are really good at it and you get all the customers that you need. How many people actually make $40 an hour? So you see, think about it. As a woman, of course, learn how to make hair. I paid even what I paid for my hair was even less than what I should have paid, I'm sure, because I just feel like she gave me friendship discount. I paid $100 for my hair. $100. That's 35,000 naira. Okay? Learn how to make hair before you come as a woman. It will give you easy money, to be honest. Easy money. It's good money to know how to make hair here. So learn how to make hair. Learn how to make clothes. That's another thing that's very expensive here as well. Learn how to do stuff with your hands if you can, or if you already do it. Plan to come here and also use that to work. Okay, so you can of course work and then do those as your side hustle, but just know that yes, there is money to be made. And yeah, that's about it, guys. If you have any questions, send me a DM. My handle on Instagram is at Shughars Realm. Of course, while listed here. If you haven't subscribed, I believe that you've learned a lot. This has been a long video. Oh my God, guys, I'm so sorry, but I hope that you've learned everything that you need to know. And of course, if you have any other questions, you can send me a DM, drop it in the comment section. Like I said, I'll answer everything I can, and anything I can't, I would send it to the regulated immigration consultant I'm bringing on my channel to answer these questions for you. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking and commenting. I really appreciate it. I'll see you in my next video. I'm not even sure what I want my next video to be. Do you have anything you want me to talk about as regards Canadian immigration? Let me know in the comment section and I'll try to talk about it. Okay, guys, until my next video. My name is Shughar. This is Shughars Realm. Bye.